some ciders or whatever they get their hands on, boss. It should be. So we're in the centre of the ground. Big Joshy Mulholland is in the ruck up against the big fella there in wing coat. And stacks on the wall first up. The umpire is that's why we've seen a little distracted to start with, but that's certainly fixed it. The ball goes in the middle again. Interesting to see that Luke Clark started on the ball. Luke Smith, in fact. And come back and get the free kick in the middle of the ground. So Luke Smith's got the footy, goes with the left foot up towards the 50-metre line. The big heave over the back. Serving just charged off that back. High bounce, picked up. Oh, wait, no, Aaron. The umpire towards the wing. Big touch from behind, goes from McVeigh, goes towards the boundary line. And Ben Hughes sees it over and out. Straight back up, Chandler's credit. Curran held on to it. Should have got a free kick. And it'll be a boundary race. Up towards the back line, Pressure though, Red Hill just need to force it through for us behind, and eventually they do. Good to see that timekeepers and certainly the scoreboard attendants are pulling their finger out and getting there. Matty Hyden's got the ball, defensive pocket, tries to sell some candy. Eventually on the left, goes up the line, needs Kennedy. Ball spills out the back. Jono Ross has got a clean pair of heels. If he can get around, goes to Kennedy, needs to give it off Kennedy. Does so now, sweeping handle, overran it, going in as Jono Ross again the rack. Hits it now, is Mould inside 50 metres a mark. Almost took it, at the back, Josh Mulholland. He's the sweeper across half back. Up towards Kennedy, knocks it in for Red Hill. And Ferraro got in as well, and the umpire was coming to bounce. Ball spills out again, Luke Smith up against the boundary line. Shoulder there. Tillman got the ball, Delgado goes inside 50 now, looking for Rush. Clever in these situations. Centers it, where's Play? Play there by Colton Gray. Chip inside towards Clifford. Couldn't take the mark, should have. Still got some time though. Right foot, looking for Stevie Robb. One out, McNamara. Very good. Got it ground level 2, McNamara. Got plenty of support as the helmet often do. Hayden needs to be good with the kick. He was. Down Josh Mould, who took the lead in front of Cole McVeigh. Goes short again. They do this for Lindgall. Trying to release now. They do. Save some candy. Goes up towards the wing position. Robert here. And he also almost fell over. Slice though. Simpson up towards the Vanessa Brewer takes it. Defensive 50 goes short. Finds Foster, who goes to the outer side of the ground. Needs to be clean. Great work there by Paul. Allows Delgado. Something about it. Goes in short, not a great kick. Ferraro some work to do. That was good work by Hurst. Sold some candy. Center of the ground. Gray, usually good by foot. Goes towards Hewitt. Hewitt takes the mark in front. And twice, Red Hill went into full forward, kicked it to David and Goliath.
Yeah, so, I mean, what happened there, Hughes went up onto half time, it was slowly running back. And then Brewer had to go to
even though the conditions are okay, the defence of the both sides are holding very well.
They are. They've played 9 minutes in the opening quarter. Hastings 3 behind. Red Hill 1 behind. Red Hill kicking towards the grandstand in the opening quarter. How many quarters do you think the scoreboard there? Today's broadcast, of course, watching it live. Just checking to make sure that you're aware of it. Bossy after all these years. Little handball in was good to McNamara. Short one needed to be good for Lindgall. Half back. Move the ball quickly. Hughes has got to go. And so again, work by the young fella now. He gets it chipped in and took a nice one. Members win. Goes in short. I think it was. Plus the wet without it. James Payne's got to go. Good speed. Good on that occasion. Out now, Mould. Kicks it out there towards Hughes. Mould's got to go. This is Josh. Jake Runnels. Dives on the play by Vincent again. Hughes tries to go. Look at him now, the helmet. Gets out towards the wing position, in the race, offloaded him as he got it. Siverson Mason. Went the punch from behind. Stevie Rob grabs it at ground level. Another handball in was good to Hewitt. Nathan Gray now, can he run onto it? He does. He needs support. Devereaux's there. He overran it. Danny Allsop's going to push it over the foot. He did so. Pull. Handball out. The big fella, Wimpoke. Another handball out to half back. And they can clear now to Allsop. He's got the ball at half back. Goes short looking for Irving. Needed to be good. Irving dropped it. Good enough though to get up. Crushes his way through. Handballs it. Little give there. Was towards Belinda. Needs some support. Comes out Wallace. He handballed to Mitchell. The ball's locked at half back. Defensive pressure tremendous by Hastings. Good play there by McVeigh. His pressure in the centre of the ground was terrific, but he fucked it up. Clark though somehow got his foot to it. Kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. Then running back to the front of the ball was Dan McNamara.
Good little chip in there from McNamara. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
So Paul, he gave it off towards Hyde, goes up the line, the kick, wasn't, went without it there, was also, but he recovered quite nicely. Ball spills out now, and the umpire said, give it to me. It's gone over the line out of bounds, so on the outer side of the ground. It's Hastings 3, Red Hill 1, we've beat almost 12 heads in the opening quarter. Kicks it up towards Clark. Everywhere. This is good. Smith, it is in fact. Kicks it up inside 50 now. Hewitt one out. Ball spills over the top. 2 to beat. They've got the numbers here now. Clark over the top. Leaves a good pair of heels. He's got some support. Foster. Right foot step. Hastings down the first.
He's a fantastic football player. Through the man. Foster was running to square and it's hard just to get their hands up in the tackle.
First blood, and it took 12 and a half minutes to get up the quarter. Hastings at the first, 1 goal, 3-9. Red Hill 1 behind. Thanks for that one, Fossey. And Mornington Peninsula Brewery brings all the stats and the best on the ground this afternoon as well, of course.
Get there, Jono!
Then towards Hughes. The ball's going to go over the line out of bounds. No, Jono.
Like so it doesn't go to lock screen. Yeah, I think.
Right forward pocket. Red Hill into the time.
Well done, Popey!
Can I get out of this?
So Foster goes in short again. So playing disciplined footy at the moment. Hastings goes further up the line. Ricky Ferraro couldn't take it. He's got Irving against him. Goes back foot of Hurst. Ferraro sweeping handball. Didn't hit the target. Allows McNamara now. He goes in short. Needs a mark. Gets it now by Ross. Needs to take him on now. Ross has a bounce. Probably should have had another. Kicks it inside.
Jono, keep running!
Goes out towards Hurst. Solson Candy needs a handball. To the gap. He's got it on the wing member's side. Kicks it up towards Foster. They need a fly. That came there from Bilingual. Ball spills to the back. Players who got on top of it. Eventually the umpire will come in and bounce. Just for a quick easy escape. Manoeuvre our eyes around every obstacle known to man. The ball is a hard forward for the Blues. They lead 1-3-9. They go one behind. 16 minutes gone. Open quarter. They go again. O'Hara in the ruck. Against Channy. As Benny's got it out. Little handball. Gives it up towards the wing position. Hughes has got to go. We've got Brewer to beat. All up at ground level. Good play there by Oxford. Just to make sure that ball went over the line and out of bounds. Devereaux, he kicked it up towards half forward. Foster held his out. Play on. Goes down there towards
Just have this.
the ball for the helmet.
I can give you a lead on their commentary if you want.
2 metres
That's
inside
not so
the
hard,
ground
right?
line. Again, this side of the ground here at Red Hill.
Can you take a 2.5
Hotel
This is
scoreboard.
long enough for
The ball gets punched in, brings it over the footy. It wasn't Irving who got it out, it was Matty Mitchell who got the side himself.
A great pressure act there. Ball spills over the back. There's Vincent again. Ross, he needs to lift. He's letting himself down at the minutes. The ball goes up there towards Del Largo. Mulholland comes out to Marcus Del Largo. Here's Ross now. He can make him pay. This is what he needs to give them. Sets sail and kicks the goal.
Fantastic.
Needed to do it, needed the second effort, and he responded. Well done to him. 1 goal, 1-7 Red Hill. And Hastings 1-3-9. We've played 18 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Dealer of the Year, Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year, and station sponsor.
So we're back in the centre of the ground again, and it's a good game of footy, gents. 1-1-7. We thought it'd be tight, and it certainly is in the opening quarter. 7 plays 9. Hastings in front.
I can tell you, Edith Fowler 4-3-27 and Mount Eliza 3 straight 18 and a good game of football at Emil Madsen Reserve.
Thanks, Bossy. Thanks to Mornington Peninsula Breweries, who've also got some refreshments to give out this afternoon as well. So
People around the ground.
Sorry?
People around the ground.
Yes.
If we like a little bit
So
of
if
support.
anyone's listening around the ground, just tune in this afternoon and you might get yourself a nice 6-pack of Mornington Peninsula Breweries very best, Vossi.
They're very good frothies too, don't worry about that.
The thing that I am concerned about, though, is that the frothies are just outside of the bus here, and if somebody reached in and could just help themselves, Vossi, that's the issue we have right now. So
I'm the closest one to it, so they've got to get past me.
You've got to protect them with your life. But it's Matty Clifford who's got the footy. He'll have a shot for goal for the Blues, about 35 metres out from goal. He took a very nice mark. And he comes in for goal now, Matty Clifford. I reckon he's pushed it across the face. No, he doesn't. He likes it off the boot. From this angle, it looked like it pushed across the face. But Matty Clifford kicks the goal for the Blues, and they extend their lead. 2-3-15, Red Hill 1-1-7. We've played 20 minutes in the opening quarter.
Just going to have to be a little bit more careful with their rotations, Red Hill. I saw Wallace come off, Wim Pope come off, so they lost a lot of height. And as we both know, Hastings have those midfielders like Colin McVeigh, Sean Foster, Luke Clark and Matty Clifford, and those players can just drift forward. And if you've got blokes like Wallace coming off and Wim Pope coming off, they're that height that will really stretch Red Hill going forward. I mean, you look at Matty Hayden, who's off a half back, McNamara, who's off a half back. They're not big contest players. So they're going to have to be careful with those rotations there, Red Hill.
Yeah, they are. Good point, Locke, as the ball's in the centre of the ground again. Mulholland, bit off a little bit more than he could chew there. And he wanted to go on with it a bit, again, the big sauce, but he looked across and saw it was Big Irvo and thought maybe not.
Yeah, I might let him go.
Might just be a 50-50 ball game here.
Oh.
Jeez, he stuck his knee out then. That was Kennedy, I reckon. Should have been a free kick to Mulholland in the ruck contest, but it ended up with Irving, who kicks it up there towards Hughes. One grab, two. Should have been paid to Mark. He was the man in front. Great work there by the coach. Brendan Dunn kicks it to half forward. Good play there by Smith. Probably should have taken the mark in the end. He did all the hard work. Going hard at the footy there was McNamara. Eventually, the ball's locked in and the umpire will come in and throw it up. Centre of the ground here at Red Hill. It's Hastings 15 leading the Hillman, 7-8 points the difference, 21.5 gone. Irving again, out of the clearance. It's not Irving. There it is again. Mucked it up. It was Matty Mitchell. Ball spills over the back. Here's Ross again. He can run into an open goal. Little banana. Jeez.
Why'd he go the check side?
Not sure what the banana was about.
Oh, wowee.
But he coughed it up and it went through for a behind. He was about 3 metres out.
Tell you who wouldn't be impressed with that. That's Jason Dunstall. That is one of his biggest killers.
Yep.
That was just sloppy. I mean, he had...
Pretty sure the coach wouldn't be happy either, Tony Blackford.
Yeah, he was at the point of the square and he went the check side. That was just silly. He also had Ben Hughes over the top.
He shouldn't have bounced it. That was the problem he got himself into. So the ball comes back into play now. Hastings just coughed all of that up. Not sure what they were doing there collectively. Maloney and Rogash, Jakey Hewitt, they messed that up, which has allowed Red Hill to lock the ball inside their 50. The cavalry comes from everywhere. There's 20 players around this contest. It gets punched out. Going hard at the footy was Del Largo. Little short kick needs to be good. Ross, this time you need to make him. He needs to respond now. Does young Jono Ross.
He did it for us the first time, so...
He did.
Good composure. He had options. He could have taken off as well, but he's gone back. He'll back himself, and hopefully he kicks it.
I've seen umpires actually give, because he actually took a step to kick that as a centering kick, and I've seen umpires call that to play on, but I think umpire Shields was too busy trying to set the mark rather than worrying about where the kicker was.
So Jono Ross comes in, needs to start at left and work it right. He didn't do either of those things. The ball holds in. Oh, right foot snap was terrific. Dylan Hall.
Great pass.
Made something out of nothing. And Dylan Hall kicked the goal.
Hastings players just not expecting that to fall short at all, were they? I mean, Rogash was sitting on the line and couldn't believe it. Ended up almost falling in his hands and almost panicked and didn't take clean possession of it. And Dylan Hall was just sneaky, come in, took it off him and snapped it over his head. Fantastic awareness by Red Hill players there, just to be ready at the fall of the ball. It's the old junior kind of arrangement, you know, one at the front of the square. Very smart.
2-2-14, 2-3-15 Hastings. It's a 1 point ball game. We've played 23.5 minutes in the opening quarter.
And I can tell you, Rosebud a 1-4-10, Devon Meadows a 3 behinds.
Good play by Kennedy again, but shark there by Gray. Gray's got the footy in the centre of the ground, goes up towards half forward. Stevie Robb, can he run onto it? He did, but he overran it in the end. Allowed Mock, sweeping handball was good. Here they go again. Ross, he's starting to cause some issues for them. Jaden Payne, can he play on? He does. He should give it off there to Hoare. It was a bad option in the end. He had Dylan Hoare short and sharp, and he decided not to go with him. And again coughed it up as Rogash goes in short, finds Ferraro. He's in trouble there, is Jaden Payne. Keep an eye on that one, Lock. Ricky Ferraro's got the ball, defensive 50, goes up towards half forward. Ross again got it. Osterberry dives on top of him, so does Hewitt. That was Jake. And eventually the umpire will come in and bounce.
Yeah, just copped the hip and shoulder there after he kicked it. I think he might have slipped his shoulder out of place and it's just kind of popped itself back in.
God, Red Hill's kicking inside 50 is terrible at the moment. 7 or 8 times I reckon they've tried to spot someone up and they've either gone too far or gone to the wrong option.
Woodahurst goes up towards the wing position. Jake Mould camped under it, just wants to hold it in there. Cole McVeigh laid the tackle. Matty Hayden it was, I'm sorry. And the ball's locked on the wing position, members side of the ground. Payne being looked at now by the physios. Hurt some sort of, certainly hurt his shoulder as David Hurst again, left foot kick goes up towards the 50. Great play, Clifford. Just peeled back, had a shot for goal. Should have done more with it, had an open goal square. But he coughed it up and the ball went for a behind. 2-4-16. Red Hill 2-2-14. 2 points the difference, 25 gone.
He's been good, Buddha early lock.
Yeah, he's just smart, isn't he, around those little around those little contests, and he just knows where they are, and he's pretty quick with his movement and getting rid of it.
So Matty Hayden's got the footy now after a kick to Mara. They like to work it short out of defence usually. Goes up towards Mock. They both flew then. That was Mock and Mould, but Mock ends up down with it. Little left foot kick up the line. Good play there by Dunn. Just killed the contest. Double fister straight over the line and out of bounds.
Jeez, I don't like those. He should have taken that.
I think that's what I say all the time. If you can get 2 fists on it, surely you can just extend the jukes and mark it.
He quite clearly had 2 metres on his man there. So, I mean, you take that mark and you can pump him straight back in, especially from that position on the wing there. Just on that point before, Vossi, their delivery forward, I think there's a bit of a worry, and it has been with Red Hill. I mean, often over the last 2 years. Hughes is their only key forward. They might throw Kennedy down there or Wim Pope down there, but when Hughes comes off the bench, as he did before, they've got to look to Payne or Mould or Allsop as that key target. And Lance Brewer, as we've seen, has just been chopping in and taking those big, big marks, just obviously outsizing them. So, I mean, it's a bit of a way. They've got to make sure that those rotations with Wim Pope and Kennedy down forward is matching when Hughes goes off the ground.
As Mitchell kicks the ball up towards full forward. Good play there by Hughes on that occasion. Danny Allsop for the ball. Handball. He put his teammate under all sorts of pressure. Mould good enough to duck the head. It wasn't, in fact, it was Benny Poole. He ducked his head, but he got the free kick, and he'll have a shot for goal from 50. I reckon it's outside his range.
Yeah,
he's
he
looking inside. He's not confident.
Certainly doesn't want it.
So he's going to have to go back and kick it now.
I think the wind's going with him here, so if he can get onto it, then he'll probably kick from 50.
Quarter time at Somerville, right by 4 points.
So Benny Poole comes in, will kick from 49. Geez, he got every piece of it, and he got the accuracy. Great kick there by Poole, and they're in front here at the Hillman, the home side. They move to 3 goals, 2-20. Hastings 2-4-16, 4 points the difference. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
Winter is blowing in, and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered to help ward off those shivers and chills. And if you're getting out and about, Chemist Warehouse can help you with all you need on the footy field or netball court, from mouth guards to liniment, with stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach. Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
That's quarter time here at Red Hill, and it's the Hillman 3 goals, 2-20. Hastings 2 goals, 4-16, 4 points the difference. Let's go to a break, and we'll be back with the quarter time wrap. Said we haven't got anyone walk up to our commentary position yet, so if you heard Vossi go through the stats at quarter time, he said that there was a differential of a certain number of tackles in favour of Hastings. If you can come and give us that, you get yourself half a dozen Mornington Peninsula Pale Ales. As the ball goes up towards half forward, Hastings locked up. That's big Clifford, big Matty. He just took the tackle, not running with the full beard this year, which is disappointing. I was hoping for the Ned Kelly. Good play there by Irving, just ducked his head, gave it out there towards Jake Mould at half back, outer side of the ground. Kick needs to be good, Dylan Haw. Whoa, what is he good for? Takes the mark on the wing position, outer side.
Gee whiz, that was a little bit of BT special, that, wasn't it?
Oh, well,
Wowee.
I like Dylan Haw.
Been at the MCG once, and he's got a bit of Brian Taylor about him.
Ball goes up. BT got it all from me. I was commentating way before he was, as Danny Allsop has a shot for goal from 50. Through for a minor score, but it was exciting though. He hit the pack at 100 miles an hour and then burst off.
Well, that's what he needs to do. He didn't quite insert himself in that first quarter, and I mean, obviously there's not much of him. So he's been a little bit soft around pack, so he's got to really use his pace and try and burst through like that. But yeah, I mean, the player of that calibre that can get through like that, you need to be kicking those goals.
Well, Clark took the mark at half-back defensive 50. Ball was smothered off the boot. Foster comes in to add some support. Goes up towards the wing position. Devereaux takes the mark in front of Mock. So Devereaux left sweeping handball, found his teammate there, the Gash, gave it off again to Foster. Right foot, kicks it inside 50. Look at Hurst by himself, takes the mark, wanted to go on with it. He plays on now, Buddha Hurst. Went for a little kick around the corner, wasn't pretty. Handball comes out, Red Hill trying to work it out of defence. Hurst's second effort was terrific, needed to, because he should have gone back and kicked that goal, David Hurst, and he didn't.
It's just who he is and what he does, isn't it? He can never go back and compose himself. He's always got to keep the game flowing. He's got to do something special. But as you saw him taking that mark, he's just smart, isn't he? He just drifts out the back.
Irving, he handballed it out wide. Del Lago's got a couple to beat. This man's a genius. McVeigh, only they as far as Bilingual. Nice play. Hayden's inside. Gives a little handball out. Del Lago again. Another one to Hayden. Trying to work it out now. Jocka Mitchell's on the left foot. Likes it there. Goes in short. Siverson takes the mark on the wing. Plays on immediately. He's got Jocka Mitchell back on the outside. Gives it to him. Inside 50. Hoare, usually pretty good in these positions. Couldn't get the footy. Hastings, pressure, under enormous pressure. Luke Clark, though, good. Gave it to Devereaux. Sweeping handball, finds Gray now, who has a bounce at half-back. Runs to the centre of the ground. Little short chip. Foster needed to be good, and it was. Against two. Took the mark too far out to score. Half forward, goes in short, finds Ferraro. Called play on, thought he might have marked it. Good play by Alanis. Eventually, though, Mitchell, that's Jocka Mitchell, handball out to Delago, and from defensive 50, they're able to work it out. Up there towards Pete Del Lago now, who's got it. They want to move the ball all the time, Red Hill. Makes it hard to keep calling and catch a breath as it gives it out to Marchetti. He's in trouble. Got a handball out. No one in particular coughed it up. Turnover's going to hurt them. Foster inside 50 takes a mark.
That's where they can turn them around very quick, isn't it, Hastings? Because Red Hill love that quick spread and run off half back. If Hastings are smart, they can push defensively as well as try and draw back. If they can get that quick turnover off their half back, then they're going to have those players that they can kick straight over the top too.
Sean Foster leant on it a bit. He really hit that footy hard, and it went through for a minor score. So they let off the hook a little bit there, the Hillmen. 2 goals, 5-17. Red Hill 3-3-21. 4 minutes gone. Second quarter. It'll be Matty Hayden to bring the ball in.
I'll give you something, Toey. A historical reference talking about what is he good for before. I'll give you the tip. You're loving the Gash. Imagine if Daniel Rout made a comeback from Hampton Park and played on the Gash.
Oh, yes. It would be something. It would be a commentator's worst nightmare, though, I reckon, Vossi, because it would be tantalisingly attractive to call. But yes, I don't think many people around the ground would even remember Danny Rout, Vossi.
Good footballer, though.
Yes, great nickname too. As Win Pope taps the ball down, Mitchell again, left foot kick. Can he keep it inside? No, he can't. So the free kick's going to go down there to Hastings for out of bounds on the full. Go down there to Jake Hewitt. Wing position, member side, goes in short. McVeigh, haven't seen a lot of Cole this afternoon, but he's got the ball at half back. Goes up the line, needed to be a good kick, wasn't. Great play, Devereaux. He just sharked the pack, kicks it inside 50. Oh, he's been mauled down there, Rogash, absolutely mauled. Hayden, the umpire said not there. Comes out towards Irving, just crashes his way, gives it there, over to Benny Poole. Needed to be a good kick. John O'Ross, can he gather? No, he couldn't. Good tackle though, second effort was good there on Vincent, and eventually the ball's locked up. Outer side of the ground.
That's where I've liked John O'Ross's game so far. He probably hasn't been fantastic with those first efforts, just hasn't been clean with his hands, but he's really worked hard to get that second effort back and put his team in a good position.
So the ball thrown up again by the umpire. Win Pope won that one against Mulhurran. Taking the ball was good there by Mitchell. That was Matt. Kicked it up there towards half forward. Needed to take the mark. Payne and did. Little handball off was nice. Allsop. What can he do now? He's got to turn his opponent inside out. That was Stratton. Right foot snap towards the goal. Show of strength. Hall couldn't get it. Going in hard there was Brewer. Thrown the footy though. And the umpire said it's going to be a free kick. And it'll go down there to Dylan Hall.
Another fantastic second effort by those forwards, by those Red Hill forwards there. Hall couldn't get that body position right and went back and chased him down and took him down and made him throw as he gives off to big Benny Hughes.
Yeah, and poor defensive effort there by Hastings. They really should have done better with that because Ben Hughes was standing directly in front of goal, 20 metres out, unmarked.
Good game happening at Lloyd Park, boys. Chelsea 4-5-29, Langwarren 4-1-25.
Good to hear from Langwarren.
And Ben Hughes to come in directly in front. Usually a good kick of the footy. I reckon he sprayed it. He has. That was terrible.
You got to kick them.
Yeah, you do. 20 metres in front. 3 goals, 4-22 to 2-5-17, not 2-5-16, as it says on the scoreboard. As the ball comes back into play for the Blues, Sean Foster's got it. Deep in the pocket defensively. Kicks it up there towards Cole McVeigh. Couldn't take the mark. How is he at ground level? Usually pretty good. Allsop's in there. Good work, though, the Red Hill players to bring the ball out. Little chip kick. Not sure it got the required distance. Umpire gave Mould the benefit of the doubt. That's Jake.
Too far out to score, you would have thought.
He is. It come from Marcus Del Lago, that kick up against the boundary line. But Mould is a wonderful kick of the football. If anyone's a chance to kick a goal from here, it is Jake Mould. He's right in front of the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
Backed himself from the start, went straight back.
Clearly, nobody around the ground here heard Vossi's statistics in relation to how many tackles they were in front. So
I reckon we'll go. I reckon we'll go the old-fashioned question. What page is the RPP add-on in the football record? First one to come up here and tell us, or in 6 Mornington Peninsula's Brewery's finest. Towie, I reckon we might try that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let me just quickly flick through the record with you boys. I'll just get on top of that.
So the ball ready to be brought back into play. Deep in the defensive zone of Hastings. Goes up the line. Mock needs to take this mark. Almost did. He was up against a couple. Jake Mole kicks the ball inside 50. Punched away for the ball. Jake Hewitt got dragged down. Didn't have the footy. Play on's the call. He's got it now. Foster. Little handball give was nice. Another one on the outside. Went to Devereaux. Goes up the line. Jake Hewitt took the mark. It's Luke, in fact. Wants to play on. Went off his mark, I reckon. Umpire said no. Buddhahurst is short. Luke Hewitt goes higher. Not a great kick. Kicks it straight down the throat there of Wallace. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Gave it off to Bilingal. Defensive 50 for the Helmet. He's got Payne out wide. He's got 2 to beat. One of them's Dunn. Dunn puts his head over the footy. Payne, he corralled. Probably should have went harder at the footy, I reckon. As the ball comes out towards the boundary line. Stevie Robb, left foot kick from the gash. Goes up towards Siverson. Great play by him. Put his... players, well, certainly his opponent under all sorts of pressure, then laid a wonderful tackle and they locked the ball in.
We've had a winner on the booze too, boys.
Have we?
We've had their first winner, so we'll...
Who was that?
Actually, it was a man just came round there before. He came racing round to make sure he was the first one in, and he was the first one in, so we'll call him Smithy.
Here's another lady. She's looking for half a dozen too, but she's missed out, unfortunately, I reckon. But we need to make those... the questions are going to be a little bit harder. People have got to listen to the call. They've really got to listen to it, and it's going to be statistical information that they're getting. Sorry, love, somebody just beat you to it. Love that you're listening, though, this afternoon as the ball comes out towards the 50-metre line, defensive zone. Del Lago needs some support, gets it from Wallace inside. Del Lago again's got to go. Great play there by Ferraro. Laid a big tackle. Del Lago's got to go again. Rob Hewitt, can he crash through? Does. Drop the footy. Should have been pinged. Umpire said yes as Mock. Gave it out there to Wallace. Wallace goes up the line. Needs Allsop, and he took the mark in front of Vincent. So Allsop's got the footy. Goes in short. That was not a very good kick. It was 1 against 3. And the Blues win the footy. Up towards half forward they go. Foster front position. Good play by Siverson. Locks the ball in. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Half forward line. Members side for the Blues.
Crib Pointer 4 points in front. 6-1-37. Frankston 4-9-33.
So good work there by the Magpies. Red Hill 22. Hastings 16. We've played 10 and a half minutes. Irving ducks, weaves, always somehow gets his hands to the footy though. Taken there was Marchetti. And Luke just brought the ball to the ground. So we're at half forward, right in front of our commentary position, thanks to Telstra Stores, Mornington, Rosebud, bringing you all the action. Siverson got one high, and he actually he got one high and he got the free kick for being legged.
Yeah, Ferraro not too happy about it either, making sure the umpire knows how he feels.
So I'm not sure, is Jonah running with some sort of bun or something like that, or what's going on?
A few of them need haircuts out there for Red Hill, I'll give you the tip.
There's one of them, John O'Ross, but it works well for him as he gave it out to McNamara, who wears the headband, of course. Handball out, get a free kick. He's going to get one for high. Luke Marchetti was lucky to get away with that. Terrible handball by McNamara.
I reckon almost every single one of Luke Marchetti's possessions has been a hospital hand pass, and he's been cleaned up every time. But was smart there, did the Joel Selwood shoulder slip and got one high.
Kicked the ball out towards Mould, who's got Rogash up against him. They all go over the line out of bounds. So out of side of the ground, true wing position. 11 minutes and 45 seconds gone in the second quarter. Red Hill leads by 6 points, 22-16. Give us some stats from around the ground, Vossi.
What scores from around the ground you want?
Some stats for this game. Inside 50s.
Sorry, inside 50s, 5 each in this quarter, and 20 inside 50s to 16 for the game in favour of Red Hill so far.
So the ball goes up towards Mould. That was clever. Just got a right foot kick to it. Got the front position there with Hughes Allsop. What can he do? He got tagged. Did not have the footy. Umpire said he was in possession. Toe punt. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up about 50 metres out from goal.
Pretty stiff there, I would have thought. Allsop was definitely held on to before he was in possession of it.
Del Largo did the don't argue, then gave it out to John O'Ross. Little grubbing kick. Wasn't a great one. Allowed Nathan Gray to grab the footy. Kicks it out there towards the members' side. Stevie Robb's got a couple to beat. Good play there by Hughes. Second effort terrific there by Robb. They all dive in now. Bilingual joins the chorus. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw the ball up half forward lines. A bit of how do you do going on in there as well.
Yes, doesn't mind it, does he, Stevie Robb?
Yeah, I reckon Benny Hughes doesn't mind a bit of it either.
Yeah, Jurong boy, they like it out in the country.
You'd have to if you're wearing those coloured boots. You'd want to be able to go a bit, I reckon, as Devereaux just kicks the ball out wide. Found a teammate there. That was Chris Maloney.
Oh, yuck.
Further up the line, yuck, says Lockie Kelly. That's because Wade Delahaye just saw the ball over the line out of bounds on the full, so he wouldn't be happy.
Under no pressure whatsoever, just a poor skill error.
Yeah, you'd also want to be able to use the footy if you've got two different coloured boots on, and those boots being pink and fluorescent yellow.
Correct.
Oh, they run them like Morlow last week, are they?
Yes, they are. As Matty Hayden goes in short, finds Del Largo. That was Pete. Gave it to Hayden, who goes across the face of ground. This needs to be a good kick. Again, Marchetti caught out, one out, and put him under pressure. Sat the ball on his head. Free kick. It's going to Hastings. It'll go to Luke Smith. Handball off towards Cole McVeigh. Will launch from 55. Goes to the top of the square. Cole couldn't get... Got the journey, just couldn't get the accuracy, and the ball goes through for a point.
Yeah, Luke Clark a little bit disappointed there. Probably had good positioning on Matty Hayden, and obviously being a bit bigger body and probably a better set of hands, he just blazed away there. Colin McVeigh was a bit silly.
2-6-18 Hastings. Red Hill, 3-4-22. Pete Del Largo gave it to McNamara, who goes to the wing position. Needs a mark in the back there against... Osterbury.
Had to do anything he could there against Big Craig Kennedy.
He did. He was giving away a metre, I reckon.
I thought he actually did well there, Osterbury, but was just a bit unlucky.
Oh, scrubber kick there by Irving. Cuffed it up there straight towards Ferraro, who almost got it back, Ricky. Couldn't though. Jonas Siverson leads in the race for it. He's got to get rid of Maloney. Did so. Robb laid some good pressure. Benny Poole's got it. Needs to be good with this kick. It was. Handball off to Ross. Up there towards Del Largo. They just need to settle down a bit, Red Hill. Yeah. They're just playing on too much, and anyone who was watching the AFL last night, the same criticism was thrown at the Western Bulldogs for not slowing the game down. They're in control here, Red Hill. They just need to take some pace off the game for the minute. As Cole McVeigh grabs it, just kicks it high, looking for Foster, who comes out and took the mark. So Foster, he's every chance from here. He's got the wind at his back, and he'll kick from about 52.
You probably back him from here. He fancies himself in these chances. He's getting a few words from the old fella on the fence.
He is too.
And from the fellas on the bench. And I'll tell you what, he'll be straight back in their faces if he slots
He will too. So Foster, he'll kick from about 51. Set sail now. Foster starts it right and knobs it. Lovely goal there by Foster. And he just mouths off to. They gave it to him on the Red Hill bench. Probably not the bloke that you want to mouth off to when he's lining up for goal.
The last person you look to and give it to. Just like cricket, you don't get in his face because he's going to come out and make 100. And just like football, you don't get into him over the fence or right next to him because he's going to go back and he's going to go slot the goal and he's going to be straight back in your faces.
He is a beautiful kicker, the football as a rule, and a long kick as well, and that was no exception. It's a great goal, and right in front of us. I wonder if Rab got a shot of him there because I reckon
He looked straight at us.
He did, so I reckon he would have.
We called the fact that he'd kick it, and he would have heard every bit of it, I reckon, and just looked at us as soon as he kicked it. Gave the little wink, and the Blues are back in front. So can Red Hill respond? They were able to respond in the opening quarter. Ball spills out across half-back. Brendan Dunn, what a star he is for the Blues. Kicks the ball up towards half-forward. Alanis leading in the race against Marchetti, who's been very good despite the fact that he hasn't had the greatest support from his teammates today. It's Foster again. Right foot snap. Inside 50. Great mark there by Hayden.
Been good, hasn't he?
He's been sensational, has Matty Hayden. Very rarely beaten is Matty Hayden. McNamara's got to go to Mock. Needs to be good. Wasn't. Oh, geez, he was right under the pump there by Lukey Hewitt. And the ball went through for a rush behind. They bring it straight back into play and they can reset. Mock goes in short. Pete Del Lago. No, Marcus. He's in trouble. They've done it again and they've done it all day, Red Hill. They've got to clean their act up because they're not looking after each other out there, Red Hill.
That's right near Tony Blackwood and Josh Beard, and they hand passed to a running player who was in the middle of two Hastings players. That's just dumb.
And what I've been watching, boys, is they have been playing on, and even if they get out of this situation off half-back, you look up the ground and they've got no one. There's three Hastings blokes, Colin McVeigh, Paul Rogash, Brendan Dunn, Jay Osterbury, whoever they be, they are blazing away, and just they're by themselves. There's no Red Hill players to kick to anyway.
So Gray's got the footy. He's too far out to score from there. He's kicking. He's got a bit of a breeze at his back, but Nathan Gray, he's not the longest kick of the footy. So he's about 45 metres out. He'll go to the top of the square. He wants to soul some candy. Now he's forced just to bang it on the left. They get under it. Hayden double fist up towards Allsop. He goes the underground handball. It came off nicely. Mitchell back to Allsop. What can they do here? This is where they've been falling down. Just with the one juke there was John O'Ross. Then he runs towards the boundary line. Allsop comes in to support. Done. Usually pretty good, always got someone back, and they did on that occasion as the ball goes up towards half forward for Hastings, up towards the top of the square. Mock caught out. Alanis at the fore of the ball. He's got three to beat. Holds on to it. Gives a kick. His head almost pulled it off.
Damn it, that would have been a classic, wouldn't it?
Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, that
looked good off the boot, didn't it?
He was laying flat on his back. That's what he was doing.
All three of us were pretty up and about for it, but ended up kicking it out in the full.
So the ball is right up against the boundary line. David Hurst did the ruck work on that occasion. Kennedy or Wallace it is, happy to see the ball over the line and out of bounds.
It's a bit of an onslaught at the moment. Hastings with their sort of in and out inside 50s at the moment. 11-6 in this quarter in favour. I think they've had the last 6, I think, from memory in this quarter. So they're not been able to put the score on the board. And we've only had one goal on the board this quarter, boys.
Yeah, and we've played 19 minutes and 20 seconds. Got a big push in the back there was Clark. Clifford laid a big tackle in there. And that was against Matty Mitchell. The umpire will come in and bounce, or throw the ball up, in fact, 30 metres out, directly in front of Hastings' goal. They lead by a point. Up they go, Kennedy versus Clark. No one got it out. Little handball popped out. That was good to Hayden. Goes out wide, looking for Mould. Up against Dunn. Dunn probably could have got paid the mark. He got dragged to the ground. Ball ends up there with Hewitt. Kicks the ball inside 50. He came out there was Luke Hewitt. Big tackle there on Jonas Siverson, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. There's a bit happening off the ball too.
Yeah, starting to Donkalanis and Stevie Robb, they're starting to throw their weight around those boys.
So up they go. Good play there by Clark. Tapped it down. Del Lago. That was Pete. Kicked it out wide. Looking there for Allsop. Couldn't take the mark. Laid a pretty good tackle. But again, Blues with the numbers. Defensive 50. Locked the ball in. Rogash. Left foot kick up towards Clark, who's every chance. Luke from this position. Wants to go across the face. He does. Looking for Ricky Ferraro. Wasn't a great kick though. And taking the mark there was Wallace.
One of those situations where he looked free, but really the kick was going to be very difficult to get to him. It was a 40-metre kick across goal, and Wallace was smart enough to cut it off.
Mock gave a kick up there towards Benny Poole. Free kick there against Delahaye. And Benny Poole take the free kick. Gives a handball out there towards Hughes. Long way from goal. Sold some candy, was nice. Members wing. Kicks it up towards half forward. 2-on-1 again. Mould's got to try and beat a heap of it.
Allsop.
Ball comes out to back to Allsop. One bounce, two bounces, open goal, bang! They were lucky to get away with it, the Hillman, but Allsop was in the right time at the right place, and they're back in front. The Hillman, they moved to 28. Hastings 23. Rye Hotel scoreboard 21 gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Winter is blowing in, and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered to help ward off those shivers and chills. And if you're getting out and about, Chemist Warehouse can help you with all you need on the footy field or netball court, from mouth guards to liniment. With stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach, Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
Back in the centre of the ground, 21 and a half gone. It's Red Hill 4-4-28, leading Hastings 3-6-24. 4 points the difference. We've already given away half a dozen of Mornington Peninsula Brewery's finest. This afternoon we'll give away another half a dozen at 3/4 time, so keep listening into Vossi's statistics. That's the one. We're not going to give these easy ones away like what page is the RPP thing on the footy record. You've got to listen to the statistics. Of Vossi's going to read out. Ball goes up towards the 50-metre line. Ferraro too slow. Irving, he just sharked it. Goes out wide. Need to be a good kick. Nathan Gray chopped it off. Left foot inside. Alanis couldn't get it. Good play there. McNamara attacked it hard. And good play by Irving too, because he knew he coughed it up and he pushed across so quickly.
Yeah, he was quick
to make sure that they didn't cough it up again.
Yep.
So left forward pocket, right in front of the green shed. The boys over there enjoying a couple of quiet ales. Mornington Peninsula's brewery beers they'd be drinking over there, I reckon, as Irving goes out wide. There's Rogash again. He's got a magnet on his chest and it just draws the footy. Goes across the face. Jakey Hewitt's got it. He's beautiful kick. Jake Hewitt kicks the ball long to the top of the square. Needs a fly. They've got no one at the back. Jeez, he almost went with it. Foster. Handball out though was good to Matty Mitchell. Gave it to Jocker. What's he going to do now? Runs to defensive 30 and kicked it straight down the throat of Stevie Robb, who's standing 40 metres out directly in front for the Blues.
Geez, that was just didn't know what to do with it, did he? And just saw his first option and quickly kicked it and was rushed. And yeah, Stevie Robb able to cut it off. Good stuff. Hopefully he can go back and kick it for the Stings.
So Stevie Robb, usually a beautiful kick of the footy. Stevie Robb got every bit of it and kicks the goal. So Mitchell won't be happy with that one, Jake. As Hastings hit back, they're back in front. They moved to 4 goals, 6:30. Red Hill 4-4-28, 23 and a half gone. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Chris Thodey here, Mercedes-Benz Mornington. We offer exceptional customer care from sales, finance and insurance, right through to servicing and parts. Visit our experienced team today at Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Tarbes Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
And back in the centre of the ground, so the Blues and the Hillman going toe-to-toe. Lockie Kelly this afternoon, 2 points the difference.
Yeah, they needed that one, Hastings, didn't they? They dominated a lot of play in that first 15 minutes and just couldn't hit the scoreboard. And Red Hill obviously going down and kicking that goal through Allsop. Probably would have hurt him a little bit, so good to get that one back there from Stevie Robb.
So up they go in the ground. Kennedy, but there he is again, Gray. He's the everywhere man. He's just unassuming, just keeps winning the footy. Jake Hewitt gets a free kick across half-back. He's been exceptional today as well, as Stevie Robb out here on his own again. Probably should have used him. Decided to go long and strong. Good play there by Wallace. Punched away by Clifford. Handball down. Puts Marquette in. No, it's Bilingual. It's just that look-away handball that they give, and they're not looking at the traffic coming forward. As the ball goes towards the members' wing, Matty Hyden's got it. Wants to go short. Does so. Leaves Mould to do some work. Another handball off there towards Hyden. Little hip and shoulder, but the ball went over the line out of bounds. So again, just skill errors there from the Hillman. Cough the footy up.
Just not really concentrating and using their peripheral vision to notice what, like you said, notice the surrounds and what's going on and what's actually coming at the player they're about to give it off to.
So Ricky Ferraro's got the job on Irving at the stoppages. The ball goes towards that player now. Ferraro, clever, went off the deck, kicked it up towards the 50-metre line. Clifford come charging out. They all just watched him. Went for the little cute kick around the corner. Peter Del Lago, just a kick and hope. Dylan Hall, can he take the mark? Couldn't take the mark, brought it to ground. And the siren goes after 25 and a half minutes of the second quarter. And at half-time, it's Red Hill 4-4-28, trailing Hastings 4-7-31. We'll go to a break and then we'll be back with a half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindaiwa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
The Gov needs his cars looking sharp, so he's sent for We Wash Mobile. It's We Wash Your Shop, but they come to you, mobile detailing, and it's...
And the siren goes, and it's Hastings who leads by 3 points, 31-28 in the opening half. Spoke to the coach, Tony Blackford, for Red Hill at half-time, and just told his charges during the break that they're just going to be cleaner with their disposal. As the umpires found a free kick early, it's going to go to Red Hill. It'll go to Chris Irving, who gets it, kicks it inside, 50, terrible kick. Dunn comes out and takes a nice mark, diving. So it was an uncontested mark in the end. He still had to dive and work hard for it, but it was uncontested as he goes out towards Foster, up against Siverson. Good play there by Foster, could have been paid the mark. Hayden picks it up, short pass was nice. Finds Mould, that's Jake. Wanted to move the ball quickly, fell over, kicks it inside now. Hughes, one grab, two, couldn't get it. There he is, Dylan Hall, left foot kick. He just a little bit tight and through for a minor score, but usually pretty dangerous in those situations.
10 minutes, then we'll just do
Does like those situations, doesn't he? Just
loves it.
Probably rushed himself a little bit there. Had a bit more time than what he thought.
So it'll be Jay Osterbury to bring the ball into play. Foster screaming for it. You might hear it on the outside mic as the ball goes out wide. Dunn's got it. Still deep in the defensive zone for the Blues. They lead now by 2 points, 31 plays 29. Yeah. Ball goes up there towards the defensive 50. Good play, McNamara sold plenty of candy. Left foot kick was nice, finds Allsop, who's got the footy. Probably too far out to score there. There's Kennedy. He's out. He wants the footy long. He's got the height against Brewer. Goes there towards Hughes. Good punch away, Dylan Hoare at the full. So beautiful, Candy, right foot snap. Again, missed. Probably what he should have kicked.
Allsop was probably about 10 seconds too late on that kick because had a player out of his own, and then McVeigh just came in and just killed the marking contest just like that.
So it'll be the Blues to bring the ball back into play. This time he does use Foster. That was Osterbury. So still deep in the defensive zone, goes in short, nice kick, finds Devereaux, sweeping handball to Clifford, wants to get around Dylan Hoare, and he did so, kicks the ball to the wing position, the pack flies, nobody could take it, ball spills down, Bilingual, gave a handball to Mock, put him under pressure, good tackle there from Mulherron, ball spills out, McVeigh uses Devereaux, wing position, left foot chip, nice. Finds Luke Hewitt, goes in towards the centre. Nobody could take the mark for the ball. There he is, Gray. Left foot kick. Kicks it inside 50. Ball comes out. Who can get it? Mock goes back. He needs the support. Gets it. Not sure what to do. Goes backwards. Finds there Del Lago. Sweeping handball. Hayden. Left foot kick. Up there towards McNamara, and they work their way out of trouble then, the Hillman.
Yeah, certainly a lot better by foot there, which is what their coach asked of them.
Jonas Sivenson's got the footy, half back, that's sweeping handball, finds Del Lago, look at Irving out here on his own, ignored him, goes there towards the one-on-one, Allsop over the back, Mould, he can use somebody inside, it's Bilingual I reckon, a flying shot at goal, he's kicked it! The half-back flanker came up and received the handball and nailed the goal. What a leap there from Allsop. Did you see how high he got?
Yeah.
But Red Hill draw first blood. It took 3.5 minutes in the third quarter.
That was the Red Hill we saw against Rosebud, wasn't it? They just really pushed hard, used it well, and weren't silly then. they were composed, took their time, made sure that their players weren't under pressure, and they were just smarter with the way they pushed forward. And I mean, use like Tony Blackford asked of them, their use was a lot better through there. And yeah, Bilingual having a nice finish.
Was a long range goal from 50. He nailed it.
Nice little momentum booster, those ones.
It is. 36 plays 31. 4 minutes gone, third quarter. So the fifth goal kicker there for Red Hill. Good play there by Matt Mitchell. Put his head over the footy. Irving crashed his way through. Gave a little handball out to Jake Mitchell. Left foot kick. Nice. Finds Josh Mould. 50 metres. Goes across the face. Needs a mark. Ball spilled out. Hastings now can rally. They do through Ferraro. Goes to Rogash. Handballed it to no one. Good shepherd there from Ross. Allows Mould to get it. Mould now. Kicks it high. Needs a player to come in. Nobody at the back. Races on. Jocker Mitchell in the right lead for the ball. Off the ground there. Irving couldn't get his foot to it. And the ball rushed through for a behind. 37 plays 31. 6 points the difference.
4 inside 50s to 1 early in this quarter, and Red Hill looking really, really good in the early stages.
Ricky Ferraro takes the mark. Defensive 50. He's got Jake Hewitt out wide. Goes to him now. Right in front of our commentary position. Goes in short. Looking for and finding Rogash. So Rogash in front of Jake Mould. Rogash goes short. Foster. They did this well in the second and first quarters too, Hastings. Just happy to maintain possession of the footy. Not give it up to the Hillman. So it's Luke Hewitt now who's got the footy on the wing position. Goes to the centre of the ground. Needed to be a good kick, it was. He's just got to tighten up a little bit here, the Hillman. Goes a handball over the top to Gray. Mocks in pursuit. Gray, though, usually a good user of the footy, goes up towards McVeigh. Locked in a right pocket. Goes for the little snap around the corner. It's gone right across the face. In fact, it ran 30 metres past the point post and eventually it rolled over and out of bounds. So the Hillman lead 37 to 31. Feel free, Vossi, to chip in with any scores around the ground, even if it's 1 or 2 at a time. As Matty Clifford goes over the back of the head. Wasn't a clever knock though, as Jake Mitchell held on to without the footy. Went hard at a second effort. Hastings players, Ricky Ferraro was one of them. Luke Clark was the other. Were able to support and lock the ball in the forward half of the ground for the Blues. Good play there by Wynn Pope. Kick out, Foster went backwards. Allsop, can he get away? He can't. Handballed it to no one in particular. Jake Hewitt, handball out, finds Foster, goes backwards to Dunn, backwards to Foster. Foster now's got the ball at half forward, well smothered. They got the numbers here, the Blues though, through Gray. He's able to get out of trouble. Very good play, gave it off to Vincent. Short kick inside was excellent. Found Ferraro on the lead. Hewitt took the mark. Brilliant play in the centre of the ground by Nathan Gray.
Yeah, fantastic there, wasn't it? Had 3 players to beat and was just smart, got around them and was a nice little handoff to Vincent there, and a beautiful finish there by Ricky Ferraro. Not much you can do as a defender when the ball's lace out like that.
So Luke Hewitt hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. He's a prodigious kick of the footy, a wonderful talent, as his brother is off half-back. So Luke Hewitt set sail, kick the goal. He started at left, it worked back right, and the scores are locked up again here at Red Hill. 37 apiece. We've played 7.5 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, I'm Jack, and my dad's Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. This year's winners of the Telstra Licensee of the Year award. My dad has been really busy lately, but he and the team have been recognised for their customer service excellence. And you really need to get in store and experience it for yourself. So drop in and see the Telstra Licensee of the Year team at the Telstra store in Mornington or Rosebud.
Or call us on 1300 My Telstra.
And in the meantime, I'm off to play cricket with Dad.
Hey Jack, bowl it to me.
A station sponsor.
So back in the centre of the ground, scores are all locked up, 37 apiece. We've played 8 minutes in the third quarter.
Footy's rolled down the back of the hill.
Yeah, it takes a long time, doesn't it, down towards the Rice scoreboard end.
Down in the vineyards.
The close game happening, boys, in the NEPEAN League aside from this one is Dramana 8-11-59, Pearsdale 7-8-50.
So 9 points of difference. They desperately need to win Dramana.
Especially at home.
They've had a shocking season. As the ball goes up in the centre of the ground again, it was Wynn Pope who won it. Head over the footy, Devereaux. He's sensational in close. Mulherron just hacks the ball out. Good play. Ferraro was able to get the footy. Starting to come into it now, Ricky. Kicks it up there towards Stewart. Couldn't get it. Del Largo's got to go. He did, Marcus. Good play by him. Kicks it out wide. 2-on-1. Mould, little handball out there towards Allsop. Needs somebody in short. Gave it to him. Gave it to Poole, in fact, on the wing position. Goes in short again. Bilingual needs to get on his ball now. He's got someone behind him. Needs to kick it. Did so. Hughes comes out. He's got a couple to beat. Brewer's one of them. Got in his back. Umpire said nothing there. Oh, Colin McVeigh arches the back. Had a bounce. Colin runs to half-back. Members side. Goes up the line to Alanis. Good play. Win Pope. Ball spills forward though. Alanis won it. Goes into the centre of the ground. Mulholland took the mark. It's just gone up a notch, this footy contest, as Nathan Gray gets the give. Goes with the left foot. Needs to be a good kick. Foster comes out. Good jukes. Strong hands takes the mark at half forward. Members side of the ground. Scores locked, 5-7 apiece. Foster with a little dart ball goes inside to his old mate Clifford. Couldn't take the mark. Gets around onto the left. Kicks the ball up towards inside 50. Ricky Ferraro couldn't take it. Well tackled there was Gray. Went again. Ball spills out. Good play there by the Hillman defence, and they're able to work it out. Oh, Jonas Siverson handballed it to no one. Allowed McVeigh to come in. Clifford's got it now. Right hand, Devereaux goes in short. Looking for Jake Hewitt. Wasn't a great kick. Danny Allsop, they're aware of his speed. They don't want him to get away, and they're on him like you know what, on a hot chip.
I'm going to throw it out now, boys. If I was a betting man, what odds would you give me for a draw in this game?
Oh, I'll give you plenty.
I reckon these two sides very evenly matched.
I bet you half a dozen more into Peninsula Parlales.
They're very evenly matched, these two sides, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So the ball's locked at half forward for the Blues. Scores are locked together at 5-7, 37 apiece. We've played 10.5, third quarter. Ball spills out. Clark, left foot snap. Clifford towards full forward. Came screaming out there was Gray. Couldn't get it. Right foot snap around the corner. Maloney's kicked it. The unlikely player to put him in front, Chris Maloney, right foot snap around the corner, dobs it, and the Blues lead by 6. Yeah. We've played 11 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Have you heard about the bank that's for the people and puts the profits back into the community? The Bendigo Community Bank branches have to be the Peninsula's success story. Each year for the last 6 years, they have funded over $500,000 to our local community, taking the total well over $4 million since their inception. With all the usual banking facilities and financial advice, our sponsor, the Bendigo Community Bank branches in Rye, Dramana and now in Rosebud, are putting the people back into banking.
Station sponsor.
Hillman into attack, they need to respond. Ball spills out to Walsop, couldn't get it. Hack off the ground, Irving. What can he do? 45 metres out, Chris Irving missed it. That would have been the answer they were looking for, the quick one. They weren't able to get it though.
Tolly, I've got a score from Mornington, and maybe this is an earlier score, but it's not good for Mornington anyhow. Seaford 6-2, 38, Mornington 3 behinds.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Seaford are the real deal, in my opinion.
But in terms of that, if that's the case, 1 goal in the last 6 quarters for Mornington, if that's a half-time score.
Yeah, true. So, Matty Mitchell's got the footy for Red Hill, outer side of the ground, 60 metres out, goes in short. Finds his teammate there in Peter Del Largo. He's probably too far out to score as well from there. He's going to unload though. Goes long and strong. Got plenty on the kick. Accuracy wasn't there though. Through for a minor score.
Probably should have just put it to the square there when you got
Hyden, was it?
No, it was certainly Peter Del Largo.
Okay.
But just got to be smarter with that. I mean, you put it to the square there. You've got Jono Ross and Danny Allsop at the fall of the ball. You back them to have a good crack at goal. So probably should have just put it to the top of the square.
So McVeigh's got the footy now, right in front of the commentary position. Right foot, hacks it up towards the ring. Devereaux's got a fly for. The ball was Hurst. Went down there towards Marquette. He's got to go again. Devereaux was up for the challenge. Handball out was nice. Peter Del Largo at the back. Wants the boundary line. Needs some support. Hastings with the numbers there. Big push in the back against Matt Mitchell. And a free kick will go down there towards Hurst.
Just smart, isn't he? Like I've said all day, he's just... draws those free kicks, finds his positions.
And he sold some candy, loves doing that too. Gained a valuable 4 metres, kicks the ball up towards half forward. Pack flew. Down at the fall of it there was McNamara. Could have got one high. Umpire said no to the left handball. Comes out. Ferraro almost got his head knocked off. Goes in hard after the footy's second effort. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Half forward line right in front of the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
Unlucky to not get a free kick there, the Hillman. Luke Hewitt sat on Mock's head and didn't get a hand on it.
Ball spills out now. Clifford gets a little left foot toe poke, kicks it inside 50. Rogash is there. He needs some support. He picks it up though, Rogash, and he'll go backwards to Delahaye, who's got the footy smothered. No, it wasn't. Winpope did well though, as Matty Mitchell puts his head over the footy. Little handball out was nice. Hoare kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Mould, he's got a couple to beat. Ball doesn't sit. Great use of the body there from Osterberry. Just put him off balance, kicks the ball up the line. Delahaye's got the mark again. No, it's Alanis. Goes in short. Wasn't a great kick. Finds though in Hurst. Ball goes backwards. Hewitt's got it. They're maintaining possession here, the Blues. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. But eventually it's all locked up and the umpire will come in and throw it up. 14.5 gone.
Just a quick one for you. Rogash seems to have gone forward with obviously not many key forwards for Hastings to man up. Could be a handful for Red Hill.
Good place there by Irving. He just crashed his way through, put his head down, almost got his head ripped off. Matty Mitchell, he's been hit right on the top of the head. He went down. I thought he was KO'd for a second. He's in a bit of trouble there as the ball kicked up by Hurst. A lace-out pass it was to Luke Hewitt, who came out and took the mark about 45 metres out slide angle.
You're back in from here. Like you said, he's got a beautiful kick of the footy.
So this would be the greatest margin for the afternoon if he's able to convert. They lead by 4, Hastings. This will make it 10. That's a magnificent kick. It was a goal the minute it left the foot. And Hastings extend their lead. They lead now 49-39. It's out to 10 points. 15.5 gone. Rye Hotel scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Van would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
10 points the difference in favour of the Blues. 49 plays 39.
The big strong midfielder starting to get on top of Red Hill at the moment, isn't it? You got your Clifford, who's getting lots of it. Ricky Ferraro, Stevie Robb, Devereaux, Clark, starting to have a big impact.
And Nathan Gray's another one who's a left foot kick up towards the half forward line again. They need to hang on here, Red Hill. Chris Irving puts his head down. Handball out was nice. Siverson's is in some trouble. But Irving is able to get it out. Belingle's got it now. There's players everywhere. This is the kick that's been letting them down as Hughes goes up. Oh, just went over the top of Kennedy's head. There he is again. Vincent gets a handball out to Jake Hewitt. Kicks the ball up the line. Colin McVeigh in a perfect position. Took a lovely mark, Cole. Takes the mark on the wing. So they coughed it up again here. They had 4 players running through. They could have ran the ball another 30 metres between them. And they just blazed away. Goes up towards Devereaux, who's taken the mark at centre half forward for the Blues. Kicks the ball up inside 50, getting back, taking the mark was Jonas Siverson. Needs to be good here, Belingle. He needs to make up for that last poor kick. Goes in short, sits the ball on Pool's head. Luke Clark is able to come in. Comes out towards Delahaye. Jake Hewitt again. Sweeping handball. Finds Devereaux. He's everywhere at the minute. But once again, he's picked out his opponent there in Jonas Siverson, who just took the hit and went to ground. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up.
You understand Red Hill, you know, if they're running through the midfield and you've got Ben Hughes flat stick coming straight out at him. But he was stationary. All their forwards then were stationary. And if you've got 4 players running through the middle with no pressure, you run it all the way to the 50 and you do the same thing Bill Engel did at the start of the quarter.
Mould versus Vincent. Vincent, little left foot kick, goes towards the boundary line. So apologies before. It was Luke Marchetti, who's been outstanding today, who took on a couple of players out there.
Just another possession under hot pressure.
Yes. Done it the hard way today. He'll enjoy a nice hot spa tonight, I reckon, Luke Marchetti.
Yeah, a little ice bath before will be nice too.
His brother Steve not playing today. As the ball comes back into play, right forward pocket for the Hillmen. They need to kick a goal. They need to hang on here because Hastings look like they're about to open them up. So they need to respond. Good play there by Chris Irving. He seems to be the one that's going to get them going. Ball goes, the umpire's found a free kick, I reckon. Not sure what it's for, but Nathan Gray's going to take it. He's got the ball defensive, 50 outer side of the ground, goes out wide. That's a terrific mark. Is that Siverson? Contested it was, goes in short, looking for Marchetti. And for the first time this afternoon, I reckon Luke's got a ball uncontested without getting his head ripped off.
He was due.
Kicks the ball inside 50 now, up towards the 50-metre line. Wasn't a great kick, though. Straight down the throat of Nathan Gray. Let's just kill that thing and not turn it back on again, because the feedback is horrific, Michael. As the ball goes up towards Delahaye. He's got the ball up towards the wing position. Couldn't take the mark there. Was Marchetti. Fall the ball. They need some numbers. Jake Mitchell. Handball good to McNamara. Comes out wide. Needed to be a good kick. Was terrible. The umpire said play on, though. Not sure why. Cole McVeigh's had a good quarter. Left foot snap. Here he is again. Hewitt couldn't go with the footy, though. His second effort was good. Butterhurst well tackled twice, surely holding the ball, umpire, and that should buoy Red Hill, as David Hurst not happy down there, and it's on. As you would expect, Butterhurst not happy with the attention that he got, and they're in there pretty quickly. Matty Mitchell's right in there. He looks like the sort of joker that would like a little bit of how do you do.
Devereaux's clearly caught one in the guts. He's running straight to the bench with his hands on his head.
Do you want some margins in the plan, Toey?
Sure.
Sorrento by 84 points, Dramana by 23, Frankston by 37, Rosebud by 32.
So they've coughed the ball. That's thanks to Moynes Peninsula Breweries. They got the footy again. Right foot chip. Hurst takes the mark.
This will really sting if he gets this, considering it's a low-scoring game, and to bring the margin out to, well,
16 points.
4 goals or three goals in this sort of situation, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and that's where Red Hill get hurt, isn't it? I mean, they've got those quick-running defenders that will look to link up and spread, but if the ball's turned over quickly from poor usage, which is what they've done today, then that quick kick from Hastings going forward, it's going to have blokes like Butterhurst and Hewitt loose, which is exactly what happened there, and Butterhurst able to take the mark.
Well, this man's got one of the best celebrations in footy when he kicks a goal, David Hurst, and he'll set sail from about 30. There it is. He just puts the finger in the air. He loves it, does Butter. Kicks the goal, and they're out to 16 points now. The Blues, they're doing it nicely. And you're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, I'm Jack, and my dad's Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores, this year's winners of the Telstra Licensee of the Year award. My dad has been really busy lately, but he and the team have been recognised for their customer service excellence, and you really need to get in store and experience it for yourself. So drop in and see the Telstra Licensee of the Year team at the Telstra store in Mornington or Rosebud.
Or call us on 1300 My Telstra.
And in the meantime, I'm off to play cricket with Dad.
Hey Jack, bowl it to me.
A station sponsor.
So 55 plays 39, 8-7-55 to 5-9-39. Red Hill simply has to respond now as the ball spills out towards Windpipe. Couldn't get it. Mitchell gives it out to Mould. He's in trouble. Gets a handball though. Vincent, he's been outstanding today. Danny Alsop pickpocketing. Right foot snap, and again, they've had 3 snaps at goal, the Hillman, and they've missed every one. All have been gettable. They needed that. Back to 15 points, 22 gone, third quarter.
Seaford 13-7-85, Mornington 8-7-55, Mount Eliza in front, in fact Edithvale in front by a point against Mount Eliza, 7-16 to 8-9, Bomb Beach by 19 points over YCW, Chelsea by 28 over Langwarren.
So it'll be Jay Osterbury to bring the ball back into play. Needs to be a good kick. It wasn't. They got the numbers out there though, the Blues. Red Hill need to lock it in here. Good play, Jake Mitchell, to do exactly that, and the ball's locked inside Red Hill's 50. 22 and a half gone though, third quarter. They need to kick a goal here, Red Hill. 15 points.
Big Sauce Mulhern, he tried to take out Wim Pope, and I think he's taken himself out, and he's got up from that pack and he's a little bit dizzy.
So the ball comes out, right foot kick, Matty Hyden. What can he do? They're going to talk to each other here. Good play, Alsop. A mark or a free kick for in the back, one or the other. Allsop, what can he do with the foot? He goes into the pocket, needs Hall, gets Hall. Oh, they almost sucked the umpire in.
The boundary umpire put the whistle to the mouth.
Yep. He's saying it's a mark, the umpire. He definitely juggled it across the line. It was a... So the umpire saying no, it was a mark. So Dylan Hoare Dylan Orr will have a shot for goal.
I thought it was just in for the record. We're right near it, boys. I thought it was just in.
It was the juggle, Vossi. He had a little juggle.
So Dylan Hall, right foot, banana! Didn't come around enough. It looked all right for a moment, but did not come around, so through for a behind. 41 plays 55, 14 points the difference. 23, almost 24 minutes gone, third quarter, as Nathan Gray about to have yet another possession. He's completely dominated this afternoon as he goes out wide to the outer side of the ground. Marchetti, he flew. They need some support. Comes out there towards Poole. They're going backwards here, the Hillman. Jake Mitchell goes back another 30 metres. So they're trying to switch the play. Luke Marchetti's got the footy in the centre of the ground. He needs to turn and go. He's got Jake Mould. Kicks the ball forward. Wasn't a bad option. Oh, he needed to gather the footy though. Did Dylan Hoare. Gets besieged upon. Kane Stratton in there. And the umpire will come in and throw it up. Half forward line for the Hillman.
Almost worked out okay. Come off the side of Marchetti's boot there, but yeah, just have clean hands there. Dylan Hall could have turned him inside out.
Needs to go here to the Hillman. Ball goes down. Good play there by Devereaux. He just dropped it. The umpire said play on as Ricky Ferraro. Sweeping handball to Stevie Robb. Runs to half forward. Almost to the 50. Goes to the top of the squares. He got a runner. Hewitt off the ground. Couldn't get it. But he swept in and took it anyway. Luke Hewitt kicks the goal. And I reckon she might be done and dusted here in the RPP match of the day. That's blown out now to 21 points.
Yeah, Red Hill just don't look like they can get a goal going forward, do they? Hughes looking slow. Dylan Hall looks to be grabbing his knee here. Maybe cramp. That's a bit early for a cramp. But yeah, just I mean the pace of Hastings going forward, and those forwards are just, it's starting to hurt Red Hill on the transition. And Hewitt just too strong now, kept his feet very strong through the core, and I mean I've got no idea how he popped up and kicked the goal, but he did, and yeah, it's starting to look like a worry for Red Hill.
It is, and they trail now by 21 points. 41 plays 62, 20 points in fact.
Irving's on the bench at the moment, ready for a bit of an impact in the last quarter, I think, boys.
Yeah, well, he's going to need it.
He is, and Ricky Ferraro's going with him at the stoppages, but he's actually Ricky's had a really good quarter too.
He's been good offensive as well, hasn't he?
Yep, 26 minutes gone. Kennedy, he was able to get the tap. Going hard there was Matty Mitchell. Handball out there to Kennedy. Left foot kick inside 50. There's Rogash setting up. Payne needs to do more today. Good play, Dylan Hall. They need that one. They needed that goal. The Hillman is an understatement, and it's a timely one. 14 points the difference. 26 and a half gone, and Dylan Hall finally gets one.
Yeah, definitely needed that. It was the answer they needed, and the answer they probably should have had about 4 occasions. Hall missing 2, Allsop missing 1 as well. So, I mean, there's a bit of perceived pressure out there, I think, but yeah, Hall was good there. Had a little bit more time that time, and he knew it, and yeah, was good with the execution.
So it was good play by Kennedy as well. With Wynn Pope going out of the ruck, he's in there against Josh Mulhara, and he got the tap out, and then he got the clearance. So it's good play by him. Good. 30 seconds of footy.
If they can get it down there quick, they've got those players on the ground that like Allsop and Hall that, as we've seen, have got those had those opportunities, just haven't been executing.
Spot on. Devereaux out of the centre. Bit of an up and under. Kicked it towards half forward. Punched away. Good play there by Del Largo. Went without it was McNamara. Umpires found a free kick. It's going to the Blues, and it'll go to Luke Smith. So they just need to hang on here, Red Hill. They've played 27 and a half minutes in the third quarter. They can't afford another goal as Luke Smith goes to the outer side of the ground. They've been getting him here all afternoon. Hastings going out wide. Brendan Dunn's got it. Goes backwards to the gash. Paul Rogash goes inside 50. What a beautiful kick that was.
Clifford.
1 grab, 2. Clifford takes the mark.
Jeez, so that was good usage, wasn't it?
And just poor footy from Red Hill's half forward line.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Dylan Hawes is manned up against Brendan Dunn, and Brendan Dunn was 40-50 metres away from him and took the mark and set up that goal.
Yeah, exactly right. And I mean, blokes like Paul Rogash, they're always looking for that handball, and I mean, Dunny's not a renowned kick, so he'll always look to give it off, especially if you got Rogash.
He's kicked a goal this afternoon, Clifford. He's kicked 2 goals, Matty Clifford. And that one hurts. And that's right on the siren. It's back out to 20 points at three-quarter time, and it's going to be tough work from the Hillman from here. We'll be back to dissect the third quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings...
And they were locked at the same amount of inside 50s each in that third quarter. Somewhere between 11 and 15. If you're listening, you'll know. How many inside 50s for each team in that third quarter? Vossi read it out three-quarter time. We gave you plenty of notice. So if you've got the answer, rush around now and collect yourself half a dozen Mornington Pale Ales, thanks to Mornington Peninsula Breweries. As we set sail in this final quarter, can Red Hill get back? They trail by 20 points at three-quarter time. Up they go. Win Pope got the tap. They must kick the first goal of the quarter. Is Red Hill, but Luke Smith, left foot snap, kicks it up towards inside 50. He's got some work to do. McNamara's going to get cleaned up here by Clifford. He almost took possession. He took it again. He's going to get pinged for holding the ball. Nathan Gray sets sail for goal and kills them off. There's the first nail in the coffin, and it took 30 seconds into the final quarter.
Yeah, geez. Just that quick kick. Red Hill defenders caught out of position. Nathan Gray strolled down from the wing by himself, strolling back to the wing by himself, able to find himself the pill, and yeah, beautiful left foot. Won't miss those opportunities. That's yeah, like you said, first nail in the coffin for Red Hill. It's starting to get a bit of a worry. You'd want Chris Irving to turn something on here.
Well, they all need to turn something on. They can't win the ball out of the centre of the ground. So Jake Mitchell's in there. Del Largo's in there. Irving's in there. They've just got to win the ball out of the middle, and they haven't been able to do it this afternoon. Luke Smith has been outstanding. Jake Mole puts his head over the footy. Irving almost took it. Mitchell handballed it. Now Irving's got it at half-back. Goes out wide. Peter Del Largo kicks the ball to the wing. Sat it on Hayden's head. Allowed McVeigh to get it, but Hayden was good at ground level. They can't muck around with it now, the Hillman. They need to move it quickly as Dylan Hall comes out. Needs some support. Got Hayden over the head of him to Del Largo. That was Peter. Now Marcus has got it. Runs to half forward. Kicks the ball inside 50 coming out. Took the mark Hughes. Little left foot kick, it wasn't. It was Kennedy. Now it's Hughes who takes the mark. 30 metres out directly in front, and I reckon it might have been in the second quarter. Vossi, he had a shot from exactly the same spot and sprayed it. He needs to kick this one.
Yeah, probably a little bit close to that one, but yeah, no, still should kick the. Oh well, should go back and kick the goal. He's directly in front, and as you said, they need it.
No one's come to claim the half a dozen. I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere between 12 and 14 inside 50s each in that third quarter as Ben Hughes goes bang, kicks the goal. Red Hill get one back. It's back to 20 points. We've played 2 minutes and 16 seconds into the final quarter. And they needed to respond quickly, the Hillman, and they did.
They did. We touched on a three-quarter time there. Hughes and Kennedy not getting their hands on the footy and not hitting the scoreboard. Kennedy comes out, takes a mark, plays on, beautiful composure, hits Ben Hughes on the tit. Hughes goes back and kicks a goal, and that's exactly what they need. Even if they're making a contest down there, bringing a ball to ground, it means Jono Ross, Dylan Hoare, Jaden Payne, Danny Allsop, they're getting brought into the game, and they can turn game on the head.
So back in the centre again. 73 plays 53. Up they go. Win Pope didn't get near it that time. He's been good today this afternoon. Ball goes out towards Jake Mould. What can he do? Luke Marchetti there to add some support. Nathan Gray's out there for the Blues. Held up. The umpires. And just coming out of that little pack there's Dale Alanis. The donk is just getting the rig out. Probably should just give a little flex, I reckon, out there.
Had the jumper ripped off him.
He did.
Not too, doesn't mind it either. I think he would have rather keep it off.
I reckon he would, Donk, as the ball comes down to Benny Poole. Handball out, Mitchell. What can he do? He's got Del Largo. He needs to use him. Goes out wider, sits it on Hayden's head. Down comes there is McVeigh. It wasn't a very good option. Mock went without it. Pete Del Largo was good. Goes backwards there to Wallace. Needs to be careful here. Little kick wasn't great. Hewitt grabs it. Little handball out. Good tackle it was. You heard the call. Ricky Ferraro goes in hard. And eventually, big blokes have just got to remember that they're big blokes.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We saw it last night, number 25 for the Western Bulldogs, who just tried to do a little bit too much and got caught.
Marcus Adams.
Oh, gee whiz. Wallace did exactly the same for Red Hill just there as the ball spills out. Good play there by Devereaux. There's Luke Smith. Marchetti on his hammer. Somehow he comes out with it though. Devereaux's got it now. Wields around. Kicks it to the top of the square. Wallace has just simply got to go. Ferraro for the ball. Right foot. Snap. Misses. So it's back out to 21 points. 4.5 minutes gone. Final quarter. Hayden to bring the ball into play. He'll want to use Mitchell, who's right up against the boundary line. He might need to go shorter. Gave Del Largo. Oh, it's out the full there against Foster. Geez, he got away with that one, Fozzie, because it comes straight off his shin and over the line and out of bounds on the full. As Winhope, he's just got to keep pushing for another quarter. Mully, season campaigner, we know he'll keep pushing all the way to the final siren. So the youngster, Winpope, has been terrific all season, just needs to keep going for the remainder of this game. Ball comes down, Marcus Del Largo's got it. Not sure what to do with it, pressure good. Goes to McNamara, usually a good user of the footy. Over the top, Mock, put him under all sorts of trouble, almost falls over. Got some support there, good play there by Mock. Now they're out, Red Hill, they made hard work of that. Mould goes up the line, needs to be a good kick, and it was, and it found Hayden. Wants to go in short, does so, Siverson. So Siverson's got the ball at halfback. This needs to be a good one. It was. Marcus Del Largo again wants the runner. Gets it there in Siverson. Not sure why he handballed it to him though. Goes in short now, looking for Jono Ross. Has got the footy. Wheels around onto the right foot. Needed to be a good kick. Was it? And it went straight down the throat of Jake Hewitt, who kicks the ball up there towards the wing position. Nathan Gray again, does it sit for him? He's got a paddock in front of him. Picked it up, kicks it inside 50. Alana sits under it, takes the mark almost uncontested. Sweeps the ball inside. Devereaux goes to the pocket. McNamara's got against Hewitt, and he's able to kill that contest. Over it goes, over the line, out of bounds, left forward pocket for the Blues.
3/4 time score at Somerville, boys. Somerville 7 points in front, 10-12, 72, Rye 9-11, 65.
Decision making by Red Hill have just been poor going forward. I mean, Jono Ross probably had 15 metres to be able to run to 50 then and even have a pot shot at goal if he wanted to. There's just clearly no awareness and no talk. And Hughes and Kennedy, I mean, just need to get out on the bike.
The defenders for Hastings, for Red Hill, have been terrific today, as has the defenders for Hastings. But Bilingual just bringing that ball to ground. McNamara's been pretty good. The Del Largo brothers working hard. So pushed under it there. Hewitt goes down to that player, Del Largo, Peter. He's brought to ground, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. About 35 metres out from the Blues' goal. They lead by 21 points. 74 plays 53. 7 minutes gone. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going against Winpope. And it's going to go down there to Luke Clark.
Not a player you want in the hands if you're a Red Hill player.
No. He's a magnificent kick of the football, Luke Clark.
Yeah.
I will mark it down right now. And we said when they kicked a goal in the first 30 seconds of the last quarter that it was the first nail in the coffin. This will be the second one if Luke Clark can kick the goal.
I think it might be the final one.
Comes in, shocking kick, wasn't great. The pack flies, Foster couldn't get it. There he is, Stevie Robb. No, it was Dale Alanis. Oh, Hewitt went crashing through. Good play there by Benny Poole to bring him to ground. But the ball is still 20 metres out, directly in front of Hastings' goal. This time Winpope's held on to. Umpire, no free kick there. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to the Blues.
This will absolutely ice it, I would have thought, boys.
There was a big tackle, and it was on Dale Alanis, I think.
That it was.
Who gets up now. So, Dale Alanis tapped on the behind there from his former Coringal teammate in David Buddhurst. Bit of a Coringal flavour here now. All they need is Cheryl Ambus to come back. And
bit of a Peninsula flavour even, you could say.
Yes.
Clifford, Foster, Alanis, Buddhurst.
There it is. He's kicked the goal. They've blown it now out to 27 points. We've played 8.5 minutes into the final quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Did you know that the Bendigo Community Bank branches support our local sporting clubs? Currently they support Mornington Peninsula NEPEAN Football League, Mornington Peninsula Junior Football League, Mornington Peninsula Cricket Association, MPCA Umpires Association, Mornington Netball Association, NEPEAN Netball Association, as well as RPPFN. With all the usual banking facilities and financial advice, our sponsor, the Bendigo Community Bank branches in Rye, Dramana and now in Rosebud, are supporting the local community and putting the people back into banking.
Hastings right on top in this last quarter here in the RPP match of the day, thanks to Telstra Stores, Mornington, Rosebud. 80 plays, 53. It's 27 points the difference. We've played 9.5 minutes in the final quarter. And it'll be Daniel McNamara to bring the ball back into play.
15 minutes.
Plays on, goes across the face, a goal. Oh, geez, he put enormous pressure there on Mock. And he come in like a steam train, did Luke Clark. But Mock was good enough to take the mark. Goes out wide. He's kicked it straight down the throat of Nathan Gray. No, good play there by Josh Mould. Matty Mitchell puts his head over the footy for the Hillman. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. We'll give the free kick. And the free kick's going to go there to Nathan Gray, who's been absolutely outstanding this afternoon once again. He turns it on for the RPP matches of the day. There's no doubt about that. Kicks the ball inside 50. Buddha-Hurst went the big heave-ho. Here he is, Foster. Gets the ball, right foot, snap. Misses. 28 points the difference. 81 plays 53. Feel free to come in with some around the grounds, Vossi, as the ball's brought back into play. Marchetti's got the footy.
I was just going to say, Tully, I just looked ahead in the fixture a little bit. The top two sides, 1st of July, Hastings, Sorrento. That's a few weeks down the track, and I know things can change, but that's the game I reckon that a lot of people in this league will be looking forward to.
The Blues are back, boys. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, for
what
sure.
they've produced today, this is good old-fashioned vintage Hastings right here. All their stars are up and going.
Ferraro's still getting into Irving, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. It's been terrific on him all day.
In his head.
Yeah. So the ball back into play, and Irvo wouldn't have had somebody with the experience. And there he is again. Ricky Ferraro's the one who wins the contest and handballs it out. Kicks it inside 50 though. Dan McNamara stands under it. Plays on immediately. Has a bounce. Needs to be good here, because if he coughs the ball up, they're away, Hastings, and they are, because Clark wins it. Just pushes it out to Nathan Gray. Well tackled there. Able to get the handball off though. Little kick inside from Stratton, looking for Hewitt. Couldn't take the mark. Ball spills. Hewitt's second effort, terrific again. Third effort was there as well. Brings the ball to ground. That took a cavalry to bring him to the deck. And the umpire will come in and throw it up 30 metres around from goal. Left forward pocket.
Let them down, hasn't it, Red Hill? Their usage off, and it comes with that quick play on. They're playing on, and they're not playing on to anything, so they're having to kick it to a one-on-one. And Hastings just seem to have another man at each one-on-one, so if the ball's brought to ground, they've got their men.
And look how they roll back, Hastings. So there he is again, McVeigh, and they're kicking it to a 1-on-3. So they've done it all afternoon. Rather than just hitting up that short kick that we talked about at half-time, they're trying to keep the structure. Hastings defensively are way too good, and they're falling into their hands every time.
Yeah, setting themselves perfectly, aren't they? Like I said, Red Hill just keep playing on to absolutely nothing.
They're quite happy for them to win the ball in their back half.
It comes
Hastings.
straight, and it just comes
Correct,
straight back on.
with interest.
Because they're running, Red Hill might be running out in packs. But they've still got nothing to kick to. So when Hastings get their hand on the footy, because Red Hill have run out in packs, they've left their forwards by themselves.
So the ball spills out now towards half-back, but again, Hastings got the numbers, and as easy as you like, able to work it out. Lance Brewer, some said was underdone, first game for the year, but he's done all right today. Goes out wide, there goes, good hands. It was there from Hurst. Clark, sweeping handball, wasn't great. Pulls under pressure, got held on to, didn't have the footy. Plays on immediately, didn't even look though. Gives it out to Belingle. Belingle goes long, out wide. He's got some work to do here. Is Josh Mould, needs to be good by foot here. Is Ben Hughes takes the mark, needs to hurry up. 13.5 gone.
28 points of difference here. This is a vital one. If they want to try and stay in this match, he needs to go back and kick it, but he needs to do it a little bit quicker than what he is at the moment.
So Ben Hughes has kicked one goal. That was in this quarter. He must kick this goal. Even his last goal didn't come off the foot all that well. I think that's what happens when you've got fluorescent textures and you colour in your boots. But he comes in now, Ben Hughes.
Munged it.
Did mung it. Plenty of Hastings players there just to kill the contest over the line, and out of bounds it goes.
So point.
27 points now, 14 minutes gone, final quarter. The Blues bring it in quick. Foster takes the mark, defensive 50. As easy as you like, goes out wide. He's got a runner out here. Wasn't a great kick though by Foster. Straight down the throat of Mock. Little handball in. Found his teammate in Mould. Back to Mock. Had a bounce. Runs to half forward. Plenty of Hastings players back with the flight. Good play by Vincent. Probably should have been pinged for holding the ball. Kick around the corner. That wasn't advantage at all, umpire. You've got to be able to read the play better than that. Hastings able to bring the ball out of trouble momentarily. Siverson needs to be good by foot. Gave it off to Irving. Plays on. Will have a shot from 50. Kicks it. Kick the goal. Back to 21 points. 14 and a half gone, final quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Oi, want a sharp-looking motor? Drive into We Wash You Shop at Rosebud Plaza. While you shop, we wash, get to work, you won't believe the prices or how good your motor looks. So impress the missus, go shopping with her, and let our sponsor, We Wash You Shop, get to work at Rosebud Plaza. Check the website, We Wash You Shop, Rosebud Plaza.
Our sponsor, wewashyoushop.com.au, 59821411.
Back in the centre of the ground, just waiting for the pill, I think. Or was the umpire got it? No.
No, it's back down in the vineyards.
It is.
That's a good one there for Irving to get. He likes goals, so that'll hopefully get him back up and about and lift his side a little bit. 21 points is still probably, you'd think, 10 minutes of football left to play. There's average of about 25 minutes a quarter, so you've got to hope that Red Hill can go forward again and kick a goal.
Seems such a long time ago. He was in that great Seaford side, Towie, and of course, only very young he was then too.
There he was. Multiple best and fair league medal winner. He is Chris Irving. Good play there by Win Pope. Went in hard there was Del Largo. There's Irving trying to crash his way out again. Luke Clark's hot on his hammer though.
He's been very well held at the
he has.
At the congestions, hasn't he?
Yeah, they've clearly watched footage of him in the videos because he's been breaking away from that congestion in all of his other matches. But not being able to do it today. It's either been Ferraro, Clark, Luke Smith. Luke Smith, of course, would have played with him at Seaford.
Yep.
So the ball comes in again. There he is, Irving, on cue. Got a handball out to Mould. That was clever by Mould. He just banged it on the boot. But there he is, Rogash, just goes back and takes a nice mark. They'll just play contested possession footy for a little bit now, Hastings. They're smart in this situation as Foster goes up the line. Wasn't a great kick, but he won't be too perturbed about what happened with it. It went over the line out of bounds, and they're able to set up play again, the Blues.
Certainly not a bad result. They've got to look to start breaking lines now, Red Hill. They've got to take the game on. They've got to start. I reckon I mean, as well held as Irving has been, they haven't really supported him. I mean, it's not hard to walk across and give him that quick bump.
Sean Foster, right foot outside of the boot. Wasn't a great kick. Here he is. There, handball out. Wasn't good. Devereaux, he overran it. Comes out there towards McNamara. Ball goes over the line out of bounds. So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. 45 metres around from the Blues goal. They lead by 21 points. 81 plays 60. 17 and a half gone, final quarter. So be Win Pope up against Matt Clifford. Clifford gets front position. Good play there by Win Pope. Ball goes up in the air. Irving goes backwards. Needed some support. Found Marcus Del Largo. Went backwards again to Wallace. He's in trouble here. He's dropped the footy and Foster's got it.
Tell you what, he might be all right one-on-one, but when he gets the footy, he's got no idea what to do with it, does he? And
Maloney got the footy, and great play there by Foster. And he's been sensational today, has Fozzie.
He has. He looks a bit sore, though.
Yeah, I think he dragged a player down on himself. So
up until their bye, boys, Hastings have got Rosebud next week at home, and then they've got Pearsdale away, and looks like they're 2 weeks. I know. They've got, they do have another week off. Oh, no, they don't. They play Somerville, then they've got their bye.
Not easy contest, Rosebud, Somerville.
And they're going to have, who's that?
That's Hastings.
The round 10 match against Tide they played before the start of the year too, so it's going to be a very timely break.
They've got the week off to top them off for that Sereno game in round 11.
Exactly. So they'll be cherry ripe, I reckon. As they come crashing through, they're being good. There's Jake Hewitt again. How good's he been today? Kicks the ball towards half forward. Ball spills out the back pool. Clifford almost snatched it. Jake Mould goes crashing through. Delanis got his head ripped off. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. Half forward line for the Blues. They lead by 27 points. 19 and a half gone, final quarter. Mulhurran only as far as Pete Del Lago. Handball out, went to no one. Alanis, he gets it out. Good play there by Rob. Pressure's tight in there, plenty of players around the footy. Win Pope is locked up, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
Just can't break through, can they, Red Hill, at the moment? Irving not getting a hand on. They don't have that hard in and under player apart from this bloke just here. They can burst the lines.
Matty Mitchell gets brought to ground. Good tackle on him by Luke Clark. So the umpire will come in again. You can hear the big voice out there. That's Pete Moresco, the runner for Hastings. Jake Hewitt again has a bounce. Handballs over the top. Oh, Nathan Gray tried to run backwards and just slipped over. Jake Hewitt was there again to butter up again. His outstanding performance this afternoon. John O'Ross gets the loose ball though for Red Hill. Goes up the line. Nobody could pick it up. Eventually it is Osterbury. Luke Smith kicks it inside 50. Not a great kick, and Win Pope for Red Hill takes the mark. Plays on, wants to kick it up the line. He does so now. Wasn't a bad kick, chipping in and taking the mark. How often is Rogash? Goes wide. Foster, he's got Rob. Rob now, what can he do? He's got plenty of Red Hill jumpers ahead of him. He goes out to Hewitt, one out. Ball hits the deck. Siverson's got to go. Did. Great tackle on him. Comes out to Mock. Mock gives it to Paul. Paul now to Marcus Del Lago. Ricky Ferraro. Outstanding Ricky Ferraro. Pete Del Lago was able to get out there. Sits it on the head of Mitchell. Foster came in and spoiled. Clifford. Long kick. Inside 50. Devereaux.
Just too strong for Luke Marchetti there, wasn't he? Still, I mean, they're moving it quick, but when they do move it quick, they're just sitting on their players' heads. They don't look around. They're not having a look to see what their players have got around them. And they're giving it that short, quick kick, or they're giving it that loopy handball, and Hastings just all over it.
So Mark Devereaux hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon, has been outstanding though for the Blues, and this to extend it to 33 points. And that's a mighty hiding in the context of this game, as Mark Devereaux just puts his fist in the air the minute it left the boot, and they extend their margin to 33 points. 22 minutes gone, final quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, Chris Thodey here, Mercedes-Benz Mornington. We offer exceptional customer care from sales, finance and insurance, right through to servicing and parts. Visit our experienced team today at Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Type Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
So it's been all Hastings in this second half, and it was only 3 points the difference at half time, but they've done it beautifully in the second half. 93 plays 60, 33 points the difference in favour of the Blues as they go up again. Good play, Win Pope. Jocka Mitchell, he gets tackled by Luke Smith, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up, centre of the ground.
Yeah, you just got to hold on here if you're Red Hill, don't you? I mean, they've just got to keep fighting away. They don't want to make this get. They don't want to let this get too ugly.
No, they don't. There's Gray going back, couldn't take the mark. Alanis got tackled. Devereaux dives in there now for the Blues, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. 23 gone, final quarter. 60 plays 93 in favour of the reigning premiers here in the RPP match of the day. Thanks to Telstra Stores, Mornington Rosebud. Left foot snap came from Hurst. Up towards the full forward. Foster off the ground, couldn't get it. Alanis, he went for the little tope. Good play there by Marchetti. Goes towards Mitchell, looking for Mould. Finds him, half forward. Luke Clark. His moustache almost looks fake. Luke Clark's, it's that big and that black. As the ball goes out towards the wing position, Mock's been pretty good today, but that's a wonderful mark there by Kane Stratton. He's a wonderful defender, his Strats, as he goes in short, looking for Rob. Oh, he got poleaxed there by Irving. And I'm not sure he's going to get up anytime soon from that one. Chris Irving came in like a freight train and cleaned him up. And Stevie Rob now getting up, very gingerly, of course. But the umpire taking him straight off, not the umpire, the trainer, those grabbing him, saying, come off with me, mate.
Taking the big ones.
Gee whiz. He was poleaxed.
Oh.
Clark goes out towards Jake Hewitt. Wasn't a great kick. Jake just rolls his eyes and shrugs his shoulders and says, mate, I was looking forward to possession number 35 if you could have got it to me.
And he was probably hitting his brother Lace out if he had got his hands on it too.
Correct.
I would have thought.
And if you take into consideration, boys, what Hastings beat Tyre by, Sereno a similar margin in front, about 115 points in front a short time ago.
So once again, ball almost got his head ripped off there. There's got to be a free kick. The umpire caught in a wrong position though, as David Hurst.
Did Hastings beat Tyre by over 100, Fossey?
Yeah, it was about 107, 108 or something. It was, yeah.
Must have had a big second half. I remember watching the first half. They were only up by 5 goals at half time.
Hayden dropped the footy, comes out to Jake Mitchell. Wing goes up. Guess who? Paul Rogash takes the mark on the wing position, and he's happy to go back 30 metres. And he does to Lance Brewer, who's got Kane Stratton inside. Goes to him now. Here's Clifford. They're just winding down the clock now. They've played 25 minutes. Goes out there towards Osterbury, who goes across the face of goal. The only man with the long sleeve jumper on out there is Cole McVeigh, so easy to pick him up.
108 it was in round 1, Lock.
Goes
Thanks,
out
Fossey.
Towards half-back. Sweeping handball. Oh, just hit. So he falconed himself there, was Jake Hewitt. Then he was pinged for holding the ball.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Goes out to Foster, finds Smith, who burned it up in the opening quarter for Hastings. Goes towards half forward. There he is again. Mark Devereaux has got the ball 50 metres out. Maloney wants it short. Decides to go long. Hewitt takes the mark. Just got rid of his opponent there in mock as easy as you like. And Luke Hewitt will line up for goal number 4 from about 30 metres directly in front. Actually, make it 15 metres directly in front.
Pencil him in.
Oh yeah, does not miss these. This will be 4 for Hewitt, and amazingly to think Vossi didn't have a goal at half time. As Luke Hewitt comes in and goes bang, kicks the goal for Hastings, and they extend the margin to 39. She's a bit of a blowout now, which is a concern for the Hillmen.
They just can't hit goals when they do get the ball in there. Like Hastings have just got a system the way they're playing. Red Hill just missing opportunities, which obviously in the end it's not going to cost them that much. But like halfway through the third quarter, scores were level, and we're talking about a really close game. And now all of a sudden it's a blowout, and it's a reflection on the two sides, I think, at the moment.
Just getting there's been a struggle for him at the moment, hasn't it, Fossey? I mean, as we know, they're both beautiful users normally off half back, but the structure of Hastings' defence has been fantastic.
So left foot kick out of the congestion there was from Luke Clark, only as far as Mould, goes deep looking for Hughes. One grab, couldn't take the second. Allsop been unsighted. Couldn't get the footy on that occasion. Comes out to Osterbury. Here they go again. Rogash sees the ball towards the boundary line. He is robbed of it though by Dylan Hall. Left foot kick up and under. Buddhahurst camped under it, takes the mark. Happy just to slow things down. He's got Maloney out wide at half back. It was a good kick. It needed to be, because Dan McNamara was right on his heels as the ball comes out wide again to the wing position. Taking the mark is Luke Smith. He's had a fair bit of it today as well. Goes further up the line. Hewitt, can he get a jump of it? He can't. Ball hits the deck. He's the one front and centre. Takes on 2. And eventually the umpire will throw the ball up. True wing position here at Red Hill. And the home side trail by 39 points. We've played almost 28 minutes into the final quarter.
Just having a look at the future fixture, boys. I'd mentioned round 11, 1st of July, Hastings and Sereno play. They play each other 5 weeks after that. It's very odd.
Yeah, it is. The ball chipped in. Good play there by Siverson. Finds Mould. Mould goes out wide. Hughes takes the mark. Half forward. Too far out to score. Goes inside there to Marcus Del Lago's usually a really good finisher. Has a shot at goal. Pushes it across the face. Through for a minor score.
Just opportunities you've got to take there. I mean, obviously not in the game anymore, 39 points down, but when you're running into open goal and you've got no one within 20 metres of you, you've got to go back and kick that.
Jake Hewitt gave it off there to Vincent. Now Alanis has got it. Goes further up the line. Here he is again, Jake Hewitt. He's got the ball on a string this afternoon. Goes in short, looking for Devereaux. Wasn't the greatest of kicks, but Devereaux attacked the footy hard. Going back, McNamara. Gets it there to Irving, goes in the centre of the ground, uses the footy well. Marcus Del Lago handballed it. David Hurst said, if you don't want it, Hayden, I will grab it. And there's the siren. A convincing victory there to the Hastings Football Club. They've won the game by 38 points. We'll be back with the full-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
boys. Gather round, lads. Come in. We have a new import. He's special, well hopped, and can go a lot longer than you lot. Hop culture. Pale, lager, brown, IPA. Look after him, okay?
Just like to thank the teacher, Harry Smith, my mum.
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love football as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're the sponsors of local footy. This season, treat yourself to a round of beer and a pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road, Mornington.
Station sponsor.
Hi, Chris Thoday here. At Mercedes-Benz Mornington, we've been serving the Mornington Peninsula for over a decade and proudly support the Mornington Football Netball Club and Mornington Soccer Club. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, 29 Mornington Tarp Road, Mornington, or check out the website.
It's time to chill out and enjoy racing at a different pace at this year's Relax Racing at the Mornington Racecourse and enjoy the very best of Peninsula racing. Kick back on the new summer lawn with a cool drink in hand. Book now, relax later at relaxracing.com.au, a proud station sponsor.
And welcome back to the RPP match of the day, where Hastings have run out 15-9-99 to 8-13-61.